back, guys, here on the Wannabe News Station, live right here in Richfield, Utah. Well, we're doing another video about Brown's boots. We had a little bit of misinformation, miscommunication, or whatnot, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, today, we're standing right here where old Brown Boots started at. Brown Boots started his business right here in this business, right behind us. That's where he started it at. Now it's a hair salon place, and now we'll go down to where he's been at for the rest of the years of being in the boot business. So follow along, we'll go check it out. So here we are where he's been at ever since he moved off of Main Street there, over there on the south side of State Bank, to his last known location right here of where he was at the rest of his whole entire life until he passed on. He's been there the whole entire time. That used to be Frogs. Used to be a bar before Browns went in and did the boot barn here. Business. It's not the boot barn, but it's Brown's Boots. But there used to be a bar right here. Used to be Frogs is what it was called before Browns turned it into a boot shop repair place. So let's take a gander inside and check it out, what it looks like. So let's follow along and let's go check it out in here, see what it looks like. Man, the environment that you smell in here and stuff and whatnot, you don't get to smell that leather. The smell of the leather, wow. You can tell you're coming into a leather shop, boot shop, place that does leather, works with leather. You just don't get that environment off the video. But by golly, right when you walk in here, you could just smell that. Good old leather. It's gonna be gone here soon. Once this place is emptied out, I'm sure the smell will linger around a little bit, but eventually somebody will come in and buy the place, do something different with it. We're here with old Mike Brown, one of Ross Brown's boys. Let's see what he has to say about some information on what he tells us.
Well, hey, thanks. This has been a really fun month. After my dad died, we weren't sure what to do with the store. We knew we needed to sell the inventory. And so we were in here trying to count up what we even had, and it was kind of a spontaneous thing where a lot of the grandkids just made little homemade signs and put them out on the street and said, if we're going to be down here counting boots, we might as well sell them. So they put them out on the street, and the whole building filled up instantly, and we sold like $16,000 worth of stuff on the first Saturday we were open. That was fun. Our biggest day before that was $3,000 on a Black Friday this last November. And $16,000 that first Saturday, $25,000 the next Saturday, lots on the Fridays, and it's been really amazing. We've been really impressed with all of the support that the whole community, the many counties around, has been really supportive, telling us all kinds of stories about our dad and how they'd consume many hours of his time sitting here chatting so that he wouldn't have to go back to work and finish their boots after dinner. That was kind of the way it was.
Yeah, I was that way too. I'd come in here and buy tons of boots from him, and I spent more time in here talking to him than I was looking at the boots. So Let's go check out some of the old machinery that he used to use to repair the boots and make the boots. And I know he didn't make them, but he did do some to tear them apart to put in new soles and stuff. So let's check out that machinery in here. You know much about these machinery there, Mike?
Well, this is a sole stitcher from the 1940s, and this is an identical one. And what you do with that is, this thing is like a car engine. When it gets going, it's like a crankshaft. It's a very scary machine, and it puts the stitches in the sole like that to hold it on. So that's what that one's for. Some of these others are a lot of fun too. Oh, this one, maybe we can pause it for a minute. I'll turn it on. Okay. This is a fun machine. I'm going to tell you about it. This, in the family as kids, we call this the ka-chunk machine, and it's an automatic nailer. It's got wire that drives nails into heels to hold them on and things, but it also does other things. But the reason it's called a ka-chunk machine is because of this noise that it makes. So let's see if I can adjust it a little bit. So what you do, one thing you do is you take the boot sole after it's been glued, and then you press the glue down by doing this. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. You know, that's the ka-chunk machine.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool, huh? This one's a pretty fun machine. We've unplugged it because a guy from Wayne County named Adis Dorsey, he's buying this equipment and he's going to try to do shoe repair out in Wayne County. So leather worker out there, and pretty confident he can do it. And so we've been showing him a few of the things. So that's good. But this is the polishing wheel for just polishing boots and cleaning dirt off, and a grinder so that if the heels or the soles, or when you put them on, they're a little too big, so you grind it to fit. And this is another little grinder that helps polish things up. So yeah,
you've got buyers already for all the machines then, pretty much.
Yeah, we've got somebody that made a pretty good offer on that stuff. So the leather stitcher here, just for patches and things on purses and other stuff like that.
I had a friend of mine just make me a phone case, old Mark Springer. I don't know if you know him, but he's out in Minnesota. Used to do U-Ship. That's how I got to know him and stuff off of the TV show U-Ship and stuff, and he's into the leather work and stuff. He made a comment on one of my videos about it, about he didn't know Brown, but he knows where he's coming from because he's into doing leather work and stuff too, makes a bunch of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, it's a little sad because it's as clean as it's ever been, and we're a little bummed by that. We even tried to clean up, and Dad didn't want us to do too much cleaning because then he wouldn't know where everything was.
Yeah, and his old apron's sitting right there on the shelf that
That's true. The old
end up showing up to see him at the shop all the time.
That's right. He was wearing those all the time.
So what was this? You said it was a bar. It used to be in here. Frogs?
Yeah, Frogs Billiards. In fact, the front door of the old Frogs Billiards bar is right over here.
I like that picture.
Yeah, that's one I made in high school. So if you get that shot right there.
That was the front door to the old Frogs bar before it came to a boot shop.
It says no one under 18 allowed, but smoking permitted. So that was the front door.
And your dad ended up putting it onto his office door and stuff, and decided to keep it here because it's kind of goes with the building.
Yep, it's a fun icon from the past.
Yeah, and it's glad to see it still floating around. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It was nice.
So might be good to get some shots of our increasingly empty shelves.
Yeah, you're doing a sell and whatnot on trying to just close out sell.
Yep, it's been a pretty big success. We figured over 1,000 pairs of boots before we started, and we're down to about 370 maybe. So it's been really pretty cool to see all the support.
Yeah. A lot of people, I'm sure there's still a few people that's not even from around here that come in and bought boots from out of town too, because they've bought boots here before or something too, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, one thing that was fun was I Googled brown shoe and boot like last month, and we had one review, and it was a 5-star review. It was our only, because Dad never did the internet or anything, but we had a good 5-star review. It was a guy from California. He's like, brown shoe and boot up in Utah is the best place that there is. He's quite the professional cobbler. Anyone, you can't go wrong going there. He was really complimentary, and I thought it was fun.
One review and it's a 5-star, which is good. That's good though, and you know, come killer from California to come here and buy boots or whatever you bought.
Yep.
And take it all the way back home to tell everyone down that way.
Yeah.
Huh, well, sad to see it going to go, but it's a sad ordeal, but...
Yeah, why don't you get one shot of that right there?
Oh yeah, and then there's that YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you just Google Ross Brown Tribute, that should come up, and there's some videos us speaking at his funeral, and then there was slideshows of the store and some stuff like that.
All right. Yeah, appreciate it. I like to say, if the women don't find you handsome, by golly, they ought to find you handy. Even though we are out doing a video here at Brown's Boots in Richfield here. And now you know the rest of the story. Good day.
Thanks.